So in this video, I'm going to share with you some features I wish Google should add to Android 14 when they're actually releasing it to the stock Android or Pixel phones and even other Android phones. So if you're new here, just give this video a thumbs up and state in the comment section what you think you want Google to add in this upcoming Android OS. So the first change I wish Google should bring to Android 14 is how you're going to be able to migrate apps from one page to another. Let's say I feel like I want this page to come here because this page is actually very important for me. I should be able to just migrate the whole page easily and then bring it right here. But with this stock Android 13, you would have to migrate every app one after the other. So in case maybe I want to bring an app from here to the other side, I would have to just drag it from here, press hold, and then bring it to this side one after the other. And that is going to really take time. Unlike the iPhones that you're going to be able to just do it very, very easily and seamlessly, which I think Google should just copy that, and that is really going to help us. So another problem I have is also within the widget section. So with the widget section right here, when you check out this side right here, we have the clock widgets and then we have the photo widgets. So in case maybe I just want to switch to a different widgets right here, I can just tap on this section and I'm going to pick on this, and that is pretty much very cool. But with the widgets of the photos, I'm not going to be able to edit anywhere here unless I just delete this one right here, and then I'm now going to search for the widgets again, and then I'm going to add it on my screen, which is pretty bad because that is going to make everything very, very difficult for me, unlike the clock widgets, which I can just add from here. So I think this is actually going to be one of the changes we would want to see in case maybe Google is actually going to bring the Android 14 and they want to make things better for us, and that is pretty much very cool. Another thing I wish Google is going to bring to us is how we are going to be able to customize our lock screen. When you check out right here, you can see our lock screen is not very customizable, unlike the iOS 16 where you're going to be able to customize your lock screen. You can even change the widgets you have right here. You can add widgets on your lock screen, do a whole lot of things, and that is pretty much very cool. So if Google is actually going to do something very new for us, this is just bring something very, very competitive and something which is going to allow us to get more control over our lock screen, where we can change our widgets, our fonts, and then we can even add a lot more like focus and all on our lock screen, which is going to be very, very cool. So smash the like button if you think this is one feature you wish Google should add to Android 14. There is this app I recently downloaded on my Android phone, which is a camera app which is going to allow you to get dual camera when you are shooting. So you can see right here, I'm going to be able to just get a dual camera whilst I'm shooting on my phone. And this is one thing I wish Google is going to bring to our stock camera or our camera that comes with the phone, which is going to be very, very cool. It's going to be a game changer because lately social media is actually taking over, and a lot of people would actually like to vlog with their phones and then would want to see themselves whilst they are talking, which is actually going to make them pay attention. Trust me, when you are talking and then you can see yourself in the camera, it makes you focus, it makes you take control over whatever you are doing. So I think Google should just do that for us, and that is really going to be a game changer. I've seen a lot of some mid-range smartphones which allow you to do this thing I'm actually talking about, which I think is not going to be that difficult if Google is actually going to implement it or bring it to the Android 14. So let's wait and see if Google is actually going to do something better like this for us, and that's going to be very, very helpful. One feature I want to see on Android 14 is how you're going to be able to unsend messages when you're chatting on the Google messaging app, and also how you're going to be able to just edit something you've already sent to someone, which is one of the good things that happen to iOS users. And I'm not really comparing this to iOS 16, but I just think if Google is actually going to be able to add that to the Android 14, it's going to be very, very helpful for us. So I wish Google is actually going to listen to us, and then they are going to just change this thing for us, and that is pretty much very cool. So Keep Notes is actually one of the places I wish Google should add something more, a tweak or something which is going to be very helpful. So you can see I have a lot of notes right here, which I'm scrolling through because I don't want anyone to see what I have right here. And the reason why I'm doing that is there is no security right here. I wish we could just have a time or a place where we're going to be able to lock whatever we have actually written right here, because someone can just take your phone and then they will just go to your notes and they are going to be able to read whatever plan you have or whatever you think you are going to be able to do at a given time. And that is going to be a problem. So they should either allow us to put a password on, a Face ID, or even a fingerprint, which is actually going to help us secure whatever we've written right there. I think that is going to be very, very helpful. This feature is actually going to be one of the best a lot of people are really going to like. So like the video up in case you wish this feature make its debut on Android 14. So nearby share is something that is Android related, I know. But if Google is actually going to make us or allow us share it across borders, like let's say from Android to iPhone, from Android to Mac, from Android to Windows PC, I think it's going to be very great. Even though it's going to be very difficult for AirDrop to just come to Android, or allow AirDrop allowing anyone to send a file from iPhones or Mac to Android. But I think this one, Google should just go for it and then make it very easy for us, because they might get a lot of people actually trying to use an Android, because that is going to be very, very easy for them to transfer files from their phones to their laptop or whatever. Just do that. I know there's a third-party app which allows that, which I probably will just cover in my next video in case you want to see it. Just make a date and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss it. And that is pretty much very cool. And if this video was very helpful, just like it up. And anything you feel you want to know, or you want Google to add in a new Android 14 that is coming, just state in the comment section, because Google is actually watching us. You might not know, they probably will listen to us. And that is pretty much very cool. So this is a bonus tip why I say Google is actually going to listen. I actually made a video of Google actually adding speech enhancement to the main camera right here when you actually record. And then they added it in a future update. So you might not know Google is actually watching. I'm not the only one who made that video though. There are a lot of us who did it, but I feel Google answered to our complaints. So you might not know Google is watching. So like this video up and also comment down below whatever you think. And I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace.